Members of the British royal family attend a service of thanksgiving and dedication in Edinburgh. Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians has been discharged from the hospital in Brussels. Members of the royal family of Spain attend an award ceremony in Girona. And members of the princely family of Monaco attend a special screening in Larvotto. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra, and this is your Royal Daily News for July 5th, 2023. In Larvotto, His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco, accompanied by Her Royal Highness Princess Caroline of Hanover, Mr. Andrea Casaraghi, Mrs. Tatiana Santo Domingo Casaraghi, Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandra of Hanover, and her boyfriend, Mr. Ben Strautmann, Her Serene Highness Princess Stephanie of Monaco, Mr. Louis Ducrollet, and his lovely wife, Mrs. Marie Ducrollet, and Miss Camille Gottlieb, attended the second screening of the documentary entitled Rainier III par Lui Même, held inside the Salle des Princes at the Grimaldi Forum last evening. The documentary, directed by Jan-Anthony Nogues, is an intimate and political portrait of Prince Rainier III. When Prince Rainier III ascended to the throne in 1949, he inherited a, quote, breathless, end quote, principality that narrowly escaped annexation by France at the end of the war. The official synopsis for the documentary reads as follows, quote, shy in appearance, the young sovereign is determined. This legend of a country of operetta, I would like it to disappear. I would like us to be taken seriously. He is going to learn the profession of a prince, an isolated, solitary profession. It has always been, and especially here, where we are on the shores of the Mediterranean, where there is, all the same, a bit of the spirit of intrigue of the Florentine courts. You have to be wary, both of his flatterers, then his detractors. Rainier III will transform his economy, stand up to the greats of this world like General de Gaulle or billionaire Aristotle Onassis, and succeed in placing his small country on the world map. He will dedicate his life to one thing, to be respected, end quote. From his solitary childhood to the ovation he received during his last public appearance at the International Circus Festival, the beloved Monegasque sovereign recounts the main stages of his life in the special documentary, thanks to the thousands of sound recordings made throughout his reign. After last evening's screening, there was a 5-minute standing ovation to the surprised and visibly moved members of the princely family. At this time, it is unknown if Rainier III par Lui Même will be shown again at the Grimaldi Forum. However, due to the popularity of the first 2 screenings, which sold out in minutes, I am quite sure the documentary will be screened once more in the coming months. But if you're interested in watching the unlisted documentary trailer, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to the Grimaldi Forum's official YouTube channel. In Girona, Their Majesties King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain chaired a meeting with members of the advisory board of the Fundación Princesa de Girona before this evening's 2023 Premios Fundación Princesa de Girona, held at the Hotel Camaral. Meanwhile, Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor of Asturias and Her Royal Highness Infanta Sofia of Spain attended the presentation of a study entitled Converging Paths, Young People and Companies Faced with Talent Challenges. In the mid-morning, Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofia participated in a workshop concert entitled Amplific Arte. According to the Spanish Royal Court, the workshop concert is an, quote, educational project that uses music as a cross-discipline and a tool to work on the personal development and emotional well-being of young people, end quote. The Amplific Arte initiative, promoted by the Fundación Princesa de Girona and the Art House Academy, has reached over 25 educational centers throughout Spain and has impacted more than 16,000 young people throughout the 2022-2023 academic year. Towards the end of this morning's event, Their Majesties arrived to attend the Amplific Arte workshop concert. In the evening, Their Majesties, King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain, Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor of Asturias, and Her Royal Highness Infanta Sofia of Spain, presided over the 14th edition of the Premios Princesa de Girona Gala, held at the Hotel Camaral. The theme of this year's ceremony was Young Talent Facing Major Global Challenges. The Premios Princesa de Girona honors and recognizes young individuals for their outstanding contributions in the business, science, letters and arts, social and engineering sectors. Meanwhile, Their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, accompanied by their 4 children, Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, Prince Vincent, and Princess Josephine, are currently on holiday on the island of Ibiza. The popular Crown Prince family of Denmark were seen laughing and smiling and enjoying the sun and sea from their rented yacht off the coast of the island. In Brussels, His Majesty Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians was discharged from the Clinique Universitaire Saint-Luc this afternoon after spending 9 days in the hospital for dehydration. Upon leaving the hospital, a frail Emeritus King Albert II of the Belgians, accompanied by Her Majesty Emerita Queen Paula of the Belgians, was seen smiling and shaking hands with nurses, physiotherapists, and the head of the geriatrics department, thanking them for all they have done for him. When the 89-year-old Emeritus King was first admitted to the hospital, the Belgian Royal Court stated that he was suffering from dehydration. But that wasn't exactly the whole truth. Apparently, the reason for his extended stay was due to a blood infection that could have easily led to sepsis. And we all know what that means: death. At the king's old age, simply put, his life was in danger. He could have easily died considering his past and current health problems, as well as his age. In Sao Paulo, it was announced that His Imperial and Royal Highness Prince Dom Bertrand of Orléans and Braganza, the head of the Imperial House of Brazil, had surgery on his right knee at the Hospital Alemão Oswaldo Cruz. According to a press release, the surgery, which took place yesterday, was successful. The prince is currently at home recovering. Prince Bertrand is expected to participate in the upcoming 33rd edition of the National Monarchist Meeting on July 15th in Rio de Janeiro. Meanwhile, His Highness Crown Prince Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan of Abu Dhabi, accompanied by His Highness Sheikh Thayeb bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan of Abu Dhabi, the chairman of the Abu Dhabi Early Childhood Authority, attended the launch of the Childhood Insights Lab in, I'm pretty sure you guessed it by now, Abu Dhabi. According to a press release, the new pioneering lab, developed by the Abu Dhabi Early Childhood Authority, presents vital insights based on, quote, childhood data to enable decision-makers and stakeholders to develop policies that promote early years learning and development and social cohesion while enhancing the quality of services, end quote. After the launch, Their Highnesses reviewed the lab's plans and initiatives, which use data-driven storytelling methods, a multidisciplinary process that, quote, transforms complex childhood data trends into engaging visual narratives, end quote. In Manama, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Khalifa Bahrain, as Supreme Commander of the Bahrain Armed Forces, visited the General Command of the Bahrain Defense Force this morning. During his visit, His Majesty the King expressed his pride in Bahrain's defense staff and their competence, and noted that their constant keenness to carry out, quote, patriotic tasks entrusted to them with courage and determination, end quote. His Majesty the King also met with a number of newly graduated officers of the 200th batch from the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, in the United Kingdom. His Majesty the King congratulated the graduates and wished them continued success in serving their country. In Edinburgh, Their Majesties King Charles III and Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom, accompanied by their Royal Highnesses the Duke and Duchess of Rothesay, attended a national service of thanksgiving and dedication to mark the recent coronation of their Majesties at St. Giles Cathedral. According to Buckingham Palace, the congregation was made up of people from various walks of life in Scotland, including the First Minister, the presiding officer of the Scottish Parliament, Scottish political party leaders, the People's Procession, church and faith communities, and the charity and voluntary sectors. During the service, the honours of Scotland, the historic Scottish crown jewels, were presented to His Majesty the King. The Scottish crown jewels include the Crown of Scotland, made for King James V of Scotland in 1540 and was used to crown Mary Queen of Scots in 1543. The sceptre. The sceptre is thought to have been given to King James IV of Scotland by Pope Alexander VI in 1494. The regalia also features the new Elizabeth sword, named after the late Queen Elizabeth II, and was made to replace one given to King James IV by Pope Julius in 1507. And the Stone of Destiny, a symbol of Scottish nationhood brought to England in the 13th century and returned to Scotland in 1996. The Stone of Destiny was present in the cathedral for today's service. The service was followed by a 21-gun salute from Edinburgh Castle and a flypast by the RAF's Red Arrows. In New York City, His Royal Highness Prince Achilles Andreas of Greece made his feature film debut 2 weeks ago in the movie No Hard Feelings. The movie stars Oscar winner Jennifer Lawrence and Matthew Broderick. The prince, who just graduated from NYU 2 months ago, is a second son of their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Pavlos and Crown Princess Marie Chantal of Greece, and he is the grandson of Her Majesty Queen Anne-Marie of Greece and the late King Constantine II of Greece. The talented 22-year-old actor, who goes by the stage name Archie Miller, already has several acting credits under his belt, including the popular soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful, and the independent short film Noise. In a social media post, the prince wrote, quote, "Please go check out No Hard Feelings in cinemas. Proud of playing a small role, my first feature, in something so special." End quote. And finally, in Chantilly, France, Her Royal Highness Princess Clotilde of Savoy and her daughter, Her Royal Highness Princess Victoria of Savoy, attended the Fall-Winter 2023-2024 Valentino Haute Couture fashion show held at Château de Chantilly during Day 4 of Paris Haute Couture Fashion Week. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I will be back tomorrow on Thursday, July 6th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful evening and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.